Lesson 1. Embracing feedback.
Hey Anna, I wanted to talk to you about the presentation we gave last week. I'd love to hear your feedback on it.
Hello, John. I think feedback is crucial for growth. Overall, I thought your presentation was engaging and informative.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Were there any specific areas where you think I could improve?
Yes, I believe you could work on pacing. At times, it felt a bit rushed. Taking a moment to pause can help emphasize key points.
That's a great observation. I often get excited and speed up. I'll definitely keep that in mind for next time.
It's a common challenge. Practicing in front of a mirror or recording yourself can help with pacing. Have you tried that before?
I haven't, but it sounds like a helpful technique. I'll give it a try. What did you think about the visuals I used?
The visuals were fantastic. They complemented your points well. However, consider simplifying some slides to avoid overwhelming the audience.
That makes sense. I wanted to include a lot of information, but simplicity often has a greater impact.
Exactly. Less is more when it comes to presentations. It allows the audience to absorb the information better.
I'll remember that for future presentations. I really believe in continuous improvement, so your feedback is invaluable.
I admire that mindset. Embracing feedback is key to personal and professional growth. Have you set any specific goals for your next presentation?
Yes, I plan to focus on clarity and engagement. I want to make sure the audience feels involved and connected to the topic.
That's a great goal. Incorporating interactive elements, like questions or polls, can keep the audience engaged.
I like that idea. It could encourage participation and make the presentation feel more dynamic. Have you used any interactive techniques before?
I have. I once used a live poll during a workshop, and it was a hit. The audience loved seeing their responses in real time.
That sounds exciting. It must have created a lively atmosphere. I'll look into incorporating something similar.
Definitely. It can make a significant difference in how the audience perceives the presentation. What topic are you considering for your next one?
I'm thinking of presenting on effective communication skills. I believe it's an essential topic for everyone.
That's a valuable subject. Communication skills are crucial in both personal and professional settings. How do you plan to approach it?
I want to cover both verbal and nonverbal communication, emphasizing the importance of active listening.
That's a smart approach. Active listening often gets overlooked, yet it's fundamental in building strong relationships.
Exactly. It's amazing how much we can learn from others when we truly listen. I'll make sure to highlight that in my presentation.
I'm excited to see how it turns out. Your enthusiasm for continuous improvement will surely shine through in your work. Lesson 2. Dining Etiquette.
Hey Anna, I was reading about dining etiquette, and it's fascinating how much there is to know.
Hello, John. It really is an interesting topic. Proper etiquette can make a dining experience more enjoyable for everyone.
Exactly. For instance, when you arrive at a restaurant, a host or hostess will ask you how many people are in your party.
Yes, and it's important to be polite and provide that information clearly. It sets the tone for the rest of the dining experience.
Right. After that, they usually guide you to your table. Have you noticed how seating arrangements can affect the atmosphere?
Definitely. A table by the window can be lovely, while a quieter corner may be better for conversation. Do you have a preference?
I prefer a table with a nice view, but I also appreciate privacy. It's all about finding the right balance.
Agreed. Once seated, it's customary to wait for everyone to be at the table before ordering drinks. Have you encountered different customs while dining?
Yes, in some cultures, it's common to toast before starting the meal. It's a nice way to bring everyone together.
That's true. Toasting can add a celebratory feel to the meal. What do you usually say when you toast?
I like to keep it simple, just wishing everyone a good time. It's about the spirit of connection rather than the words, right?
Exactly. The sentiment is what matters most. Speaking of which, do you think it's important to engage in small talk during dinner?
Absolutely. Small talk can help break the ice, especially if not everyone knows each other. It creates a more relaxed atmosphere.
Yes, and it can lead to deeper conversations. I find that discussing shared interests often makes for the best dialogue.
That's a great point. It's interesting how a simple question can spark a meaningful exchange. Do you have any favorite topics to discuss at dinner?
I enjoy talking about travel experiences and exploring new cuisines. It often leads to exciting stories and recommendations.
Travel stories are always captivating. They can inspire others to explore new places. Have you tried any new restaurants recently?
I did. I visited a Thai restaurant last week, and the flavors were incredible. The spicy curry was a highlight.
That sounds delicious. I love trying different cuisines. Thai food has such a wonderful blend of flavors. What's your favorite dish?
I'd say pad thai is my favorite. It's a perfect mix of sweet, sour, and savory. What about you?
I enjoy green curry. The combination of coconut milk and spices is irresistible. Do you prefer dining out or cooking at home?
I appreciate both. Dining out is great for trying new things, but cooking at home can be more rewarding. What do you think?
I agree. Cooking at home gives you a chance to experiment and create something unique. Plus, it's often more economical.
Exactly. It's also a way to share love and care with family and friends. Have you tried any new recipes lately?
I recently made a homemade pizza, experimenting with different toppings. It was a hit.
That sounds fun. Homemade pizza allows for creativity. What toppings did you choose?
I went with classic pepperoni and added some fresh basil for a twist. It added such a nice flavor.
Fresh basil is a wonderful addition. I love using herbs in cooking. They can elevate a dish significantly.
They really do. It's amazing how little seasoning can transform a meal. Speaking of transformation, do you think etiquette evolves over time?
Absolutely. Dining etiquette can change with cultural shifts and generational differences. It's important to stay informed about current practices. Lesson 3. Travel Plans.
Hey Anna, I'm excited about our upcoming trip. Have you thought about the itinerary yet?
Hello, John. Yes, I have some ideas in mind. I think we should visit a few historical sites and try local cuisine.
That sounds like a good plan. Exploring historical sites can really enhance our understanding of the culture.
Exactly. I'm particularly interested in visiting the ancient castle. I've heard the architecture is stunning.
I've seen pictures, and it looks magnificent. Just make sure to check if you need to book train tickets in advance.
Great reminder. I'll look into that today. It's always better to secure tickets early to avoid any last-minute hassles.
Absolutely. Plus, sometimes early bookings can save us money. Have you checked the train schedules yet?
Not yet, but I plan to do that shortly. I want to ensure we choose convenient times for our travels.
That's smart. Traveling at the right time can make the journey much more enjoyable. Do you prefer morning or afternoon train rides?
I prefer morning rides. There's something refreshing about starting the day with a journey ahead of us.
I agree. The morning light is beautiful, and it gives us the whole day to explore once we arrive.
Exactly. Also, it's nice to have time to settle in before heading out. We should also consider our accommodation.
Right? Do you have any specific places in mind for where we should stay?
I'm thinking of a cozy bed and breakfast. It would be nice to experience local hospitality and home-cooked meals.
That sounds lovely. Staying at a bed and breakfast often provides a more personal touch compared to hotels.
Yes, and it can be a great way to meet other travelers and share experiences. Do you want to help me look for options?
Of course, let's sit down together and browse some reviews. I'm sure we can find a charming place.
That would be perfect. I love reading reviews to get a sense of what to expect. It helps us make informed choices.
Definitely. Plus, we can also consider the location. Staying close to attractions will save us time and energy.
Exactly. It's convenient to walk to nearby sites rather than relying on transportation. Have you thought about what we should pack?
Yes, I think we should pack comfortable shoes since we'll likely do a lot of walking. It's essential for exploring.
Good point. I'll also bring a light jacket, as evenings can get chilly, even in warmer months.
That's a wise idea. Layering is key when traveling. Are there any specific items you always pack?
I always bring a portable charger for my phone. It's very handy for taking photos and navigating.
I couldn't agree more. Keeping our devices charged is crucial for staying connected during our adventures.
Exactly. And I like to have a small travel journal to jot down my thoughts and experiences. It's nice to reflect later.
That's a great practice. Writing about our travels helps preserve memories. I might start bringing one too.
You should. It can be a fun way to document our journey and share it with friends later.
I'm looking forward to this trip. It's going to be a fantastic experience filled with exploration and learning.
Absolutely. I can't wait to discover new places and create wonderful memories together. Lesson 4. A glimpse into history.
Hey Anna, I recently came across some fascinating information about songwriting in the 19th century. Did you know that back in 1851, many songwriters had a moderately good income from their work?
Hello, John. That's really interesting. It's amazing to think about how music has evolved since then. What kind of songs were popular during that time?
Most songs were focused on themes like love, loss, and everyday life. Many were performed in salons and public gatherings, making music accessible to everyone.
That must have created a vibrant social atmosphere. I imagine people gathered to share stories and enjoy performances together.
Exactly. Music was a significant part of community life. Speaking of history, I read that in 1851, a notable figure in songwriting had a daughter named Marian.
Really? That's intriguing. Do you know who this songwriter was?
Yes, it was Stephen Foster, who is often considered the father of American music. His contributions shaped popular music in the United States.
Foster's songs are timeless. His ability to capture emotions in his lyrics is impressive. Do you have a favorite song of his?
I'm quite fond of Oh, Susanna. It has a catchy melody and tells a delightful story. What about you?
I really enjoy Camptown Races. It's so lively, and I can't help but sing along whenever I hear it.
Those songs certainly have a way of sticking with you. It's fascinating how they have endured over the years.
Absolutely. They evoke a sense of nostalgia and connect us to a different time. Do you think songwriting has changed much since then?
In many ways, yes, today's songwriting often involves different styles, technology, and collaboration. However, the core elements of storytelling and emotion remain.
That's a good point. It's interesting to see how artists adapt their craft while still drawing on timeless themes.
Exactly, and with the rise of social media, artists now have more avenues to share their music and connect with audiences directly.
That's true. Platforms like Spotify and Instagram allow musicians to reach a global audience instantly. It's a game changer.
It really is. Do you think this accessibility has changed the quality of music being produced?
It's a mixed bag. While there's more diversity and innovation, it can sometimes lead to a saturation of content. Finding unique voices can be challenging.
I agree. However, it also opens doors for emerging artists who might not have had a chance in the past. That's a positive aspect of the change.
Definitely. The music scene is more inclusive now. I'm curious about how future generations will perceive today's music.
It will be interesting to see. Just like we appreciate songs from the 19th century, future listeners may find value in the music of today.
Exactly. Music is a reflection of its time, and it tells stories that resonate across generations.
Well said. I hope that as time goes on, songwriters continue to draw inspiration from their experiences and surroundings.
I believe they will. The ability to express oneself through music is timeless and essential to the human experience. Lesson 5: Navigating Social Media.
Hey Anna, I've been thinking a lot about the impact of social media on our well-being lately. What's your take on it?
Hello, John. It's a complex topic. Social media can connect us with friends and family, but it also has its downsides.
Exactly. While it can foster community, it can also introduce negativity into our lives. Have you noticed any specific negative effects?
Yes, I often see people comparing themselves to others online. This can lead to feelings of inadequacy and anxiety.
That's a significant issue. The curated nature of social media often presents an unrealistic view of life. It's easy to forget that everyone has struggles.
Absolutely. I think it's important to remind ourselves that what we see online isn't the full story. People tend to share only the highlights.
Right, that's why I try to limit my time on social media. It helps me focus on my own life rather than constantly comparing myself to others.
That's a smart approach. Setting boundaries can protect our mental health. Have you found any positive ways to use social media?
I have. I follow accounts that promote positivity and mental health awareness. They provide inspiration and helpful tips.
That's great! Finding uplifting content can make a difference. I also enjoy following educational accounts that share knowledge on various topics.
Yes, learning something new every day can be a fantastic way to use social media constructively. It keeps our minds engaged.
Exactly. Plus, it encourages personal growth. Do you think social media can actually enhance our well-being if used wisely?
I believe so. It can help us maintain connections, share experiences, and even find support during tough times.
That's true. Online communities can provide comfort and understanding, especially for those dealing with similar challenges.
Yes, and participating in discussions can foster a sense of belonging, which is essential for our mental health.
Very well said. However, it's crucial to be mindful of the accounts we engage with. Not all content is beneficial.
I completely agree, and following negative or toxic accounts can lead to a healthier social media experience.
Exactly. It's about curating our feeds to reflect positivity and support rather than negativity and competition.
Have you ever taken a break from social media? I've heard it can be refreshing.
Yes, I took a month-long break once, and it was liberating. I felt more present and less distracted by online drama.
That sounds like a valuable experience. I think I might try that to see how it affects my focus and mood.
I highly recommend it. It can help you reconnect with yourself and the world around you.
I'll keep that in mind. Balancing our online and offline lives is essential for overall well-being.
Absolutely. It's about finding what works for us personally and making conscious choices about our media consumption.
Well said. In the end, it's all about using social media as a tool for connection and growth rather than letting it control us.
Exactly. With the right mindset, we can navigate the digital landscape in a way that enhances our lives. Lesson 6. Making choices.
Hey Anna, I've been thinking about some big decisions we need to make for our project. It's a tough decision, but I believe we should choose what fits us best.
Hello, John. I completely agree. Making the right choice is essential for our success. What are the main options we're considering?
We have two main paths. One involves a more traditional approach, while the other is more innovative and experimental.
That's interesting. Each option has its merits. The traditional approach could provide stability, while the innovative one might attract more attention.
Exactly. I'm leaning towards the innovative route, but I'm also concerned about the risks involved. Have you thought about the potential challenges?
Yes, I think the innovative approach could be risky, but it also offers opportunities for greater rewards. We need to weigh the pros and cons carefully.
Agreed. Perhaps we could list out the advantages and disadvantages for each option. It might help clarify our thoughts.
That sounds like a good plan. For the traditional approach, advantages could include reliability and a proven track record. What do you think?
Yes, those are key points. Additionally, it may require less effort in terms of marketing since people are familiar with it.
Exactly. Now, for the innovative approach, I believe one advantage is that it could set us apart from competitors and showcase our creativity.
That's a strong point. It could also engage a younger audience who values fresh ideas. What about the disadvantages?
For the innovative route, we might face uncertainty and potential backlash if people don't respond well to our new ideas.
True. And there's always the possibility of higher costs and resource allocation if the project doesn't go as planned.
Yes, budgeting is crucial. We need to ensure that we can sustain ourselves if we choose the riskier option.
Right. I think consulting with our team could also provide valuable perspectives. They might have insights we haven't considered.
Great idea! Involving the team could foster a sense of ownership and commitment to whichever decision we make.
Exactly. Collaboration often leads to better outcomes. It's also vital to communicate our vision clearly to everyone involved.
Absolutely. Clear communication can help alleviate concerns and ensure that everyone is on the same page.
So, if we present both options to the team, we can gather their feedback and make a more informed decision.
Yes, and we should encourage open discussion. Everyone's input is valuable and could highlight aspects we might overlook.
I like that approach. Once we gather feedback, we can take some time to reflect before making a final decision.
That sounds wise. It's important not to rush into decisions, especially when they could significantly impact our project's direction.
Right? Taking the time to analyze and reflect can help us choose the option that aligns with our goals and values.
Exactly. In the end, it's about choosing what fits us best, both personally and professionally. Lesson 7. Exploring the Cotswold Way.
Hey Anna, I've been looking into our upcoming trip, and I think we shouldn't miss out on hiking along the picturesque trails of the Cotswold Way.
Hello, John. That sounds absolutely wonderful. The Cotswolds are known for their stunning landscapes and charming villages.
Exactly. The trails offer breathtaking views, and I've heard the experience is quite enriching. Have you ever hiked there before?
No, I haven't, but I've seen photos, and they look enchanting. The rolling hills and vibrant greenery seem so inviting.
They really do. I read that the Cotswold Way stretches about 102 miles, which provides plenty of opportunities for exploration.
Wow, that's impressive. We could choose different sections to hike each day, experiencing a variety of scenery and attractions.
Yes. Plus, there are several quaint villages along the way, or we can stop for refreshments and local delicacies.
That sounds delightful. I'd love to try some traditional Cotswold cheese, or perhaps a slice of homemade cake at a local cafe.
Absolutely. Supporting local businesses while enjoying the scenery makes the experience even more special. What do you think about the difficulty level of the trails?
I've read that most parts are moderate, which is encouraging. We should be able to manage it as long as we pace ourselves.
Agree. It's important to take our time and enjoy the journey rather than rushing through it. Have you thought about what to pack for the hike?
Yes, I think we should bring comfortable hiking shoes, plenty of water, and some snacks for energy. A good backpack is essential too.
Definitely. I also suggest bringing a camera to capture the beautiful landscapes. We'll want to remember this adventure.
Great idea! I can already envision those stunning panoramic shots. Plus, we might encounter some charming wildlife along the way.
That's true. The Cotswolds are home to diverse flora and fauna. It would be amazing to spot some local birds or even deer.
Yes, I've always enjoyed observing nature. It adds an extra layer of excitement to our hikes. Are there any specific trails you're particularly interested in?
I've read about the section that passes through Burton-on-the-Water. It's known as the Venice of the Cotswolds, with its picturesque bridges and riverside walks.
That sounds lovely. I'd love to stroll along the river and perhaps take a few photos. The architecture in that area looks stunning as well.
Absolutely. And we can explore the shops and galleries in the village too. It would be a great way to immerse ourselves in the local culture.
I can't wait! This trip is shaping up to be an incredible adventure. We should also consider planning some rest days to relax and recharge.
That's a smart idea. Balancing hiking with downtime will help us enjoy the experience fully. Maybe we can find a cozy inn to unwind after our hikes.
Yes, a warm and inviting place to relax will be perfect after a long day on the trails. We could even indulge in a nice dinner.
Sounds like a plan. I'm really looking forward to this trip and all the memories we'll create together.
Me too. Exploring the Cotswold Way will surely be a highlight of our adventures. Let's make sure to plan every detail carefully. Lesson 8. Souvenirs and Memories.
Hey Anna, I've been thinking about our upcoming trip and how important it is to bring back souvenirs. They're the best way to remember a trip.
Hello, John. I completely agree. Souvenirs serve as tangible reminders of our experiences and the places we've visited.
Exactly. They often hold sentimental value and can spark wonderful memories when we look at them later. What kind of souvenirs do you usually collect?
I love collecting local crafts and handmade items. They tell a story about the culture and artisans of the place. What about you?
I tend to collect magnets and postcards. They're easy to pack and display at home. Each one has a special memory attached to it.
That's a great idea. Postcards are like mini artworks, and they can also be a fun way to communicate with friends and family.
Absolutely. Sending postcards from our travels adds a personal touch. Do you have any favorite souvenirs from past trips?
Yes, I once bought a beautiful ceramic bowl in Portugal. It reminds me of the local markets and the vibrant colors of the region.
That sounds lovely. I remember you mentioning that. It must bring back wonderful memories of exploring those markets.
Definitely. Each time I use it, I think of the delicious food and friendly people I met there. It's like a piece of my travels is with me.
I feel the same way about my magnet from Paris. Every time I see it, I'm reminded of the stunning architecture and the charming streets.
Paris is such a magical place. Did you visit any specific landmarks that stood out to you?
Yes, I visited the Eiffel Tower and the Louvre. The art and history are incredible. I even took a guided tour, which made the experience richer.
That sounds amazing. A guided tour can provide insights that you might miss otherwise. I think it's a great way to learn more about a place.
Exactly. I'd love to do more guided tour in the future. They often lead to unexpected discoveries and hidden gems.
I agree, and sometimes they can suggest unique souvenirs that you wouldn't find in typical shops. Have you ever found a special souvenir through a tour?
Yes, during a market tour in Mexico, I discovered handmade jewelry that I wouldn't have noticed otherwise. It's a beautiful piece that I cherish.
That's wonderful. It's always nice to have a story behind a souvenir. It makes it even more meaningful.
Definitely, I think sharing those stories with friends and family enhances the experience of the trip. What's the most unusual souvenir you've ever brought back?
I once bought a traditional musical instrument in Indonesia. It was a bit challenging to carry, but it reminds me of the music and culture there.
That's unique. Instruments can carry such rich cultural significance. Have you learned to play it?
I've tried a bit, but it's quite challenging. Still, every time I pick it up, I remember the beautiful performances I witnessed.
That's the magic of souvenirs, isn't it? They transport us back to those moments, regardless of how far away we are.
Exactly. I think it's important to choose souvenirs that truly resonate with us, rather than just picking something random. Lesson 9. Collaborating for Success.
Hey Anna, I've been thinking about our project and how important it is for us to leverage each party's expertise and resources. It seems sensible to agree on our roles.
Hello, John. I completely agree. Clearly defined roles can enhance our efficiency and ensure that we make the best use of our skills.
Exactly. For instance, I have a strong background in marketing, so I can take the lead on that aspect. What do you think you would prefer to handle?
Given my experience in research and analysis, I would love to focus on gathering data and insights. This will help us make informed decisions.
That sounds perfect. Having solid data will definitely strengthen our marketing strategies. We should also consider how we can support each other throughout the process.
Absolutely. Collaboration is key. We could schedule regular check-ins to discuss our progress and any challenges we face.
Great idea. Those meetings would allow us to share updates and brainstorm solutions together. Communication is vital in any partnership.
Yes, and it will help us stay aligned with our goals. In addition, we should identify any resources we might need to accomplish our tasks effectively.
Agreed. Do you think we need any specific tools or software for data analysis and marketing?
Definitely. For data analysis, software like Excel or Tableau could be very useful. For marketing, we might want to explore social media management tools.
That's a good point. Tools like Hootsuite or Buffer can help us schedule posts and analyze engagement. It can save us a lot of time.
Exactly. Efficiency is crucial, especially when we have tight deadlines. How do you feel about budgeting for these tools?
I think it's important to allocate funds for necessary resources. We should create a budget that outlines our expected expenses, including software subscriptions.
That's wise. A clear budget will help us avoid overspending and ensure we allocate our resources effectively. Shall we draft a preliminary budget together?
Yes. Let's do that. We can list all potential costs and prioritize them based on our needs. This way, we can make informed decisions.
Great! I'll begin by researching the costs of the software we discussed. Meanwhile, you could look into marketing expenses like advertising.
Sounds like a plan. Once we have all the information, we can meet to finalize the budget and move forward with our project.
I'm looking forward to it. I believe this collaboration will not only enhance our project, but also help us learn from each other in the process.
Absolutely. By combining our strengths, we can create something truly impactful. It's exciting to think about what we can achieve together.
I completely agree. Let's keep our focus on open communication and mutual support. That will be essential for our success.
Yes, and I'm confident that by pooling our expertise and resources, we will navigate any challenges that come our way.
Well said. Here's to a productive partnership and a successful project ahead. Lesson 10: Evolution of Rowing.
Hey Anna, I recently read about the evolution of rowing in the 20th century, especially with innovations like Hanlon's newly invented seat. It really changed the game.
Hello, John. That's fascinating. The leg drive technique became crucial during that period, didn't it? It allowed rowers to generate more power.
Exactly. By using their legs more effectively, rowers could transfer energy more efficiently through the boat. It significantly improved performance.
I can imagine. This innovation must have made racing more competitive. Were there any other significant changes in rowing during that time?
Yes, there were several advancements. The materials used for boats evolved from wood to lighter materials, like fiberglass and carbon fiber, increasing speed and agility.
That's impressive. Lighter boats must have made a substantial difference in how athletes trained and raced. Did this shift influence the types of races held?
Absolutely. With faster boats, the dynamics of races changed. Competitions became more intense, and strategies evolved to adapt to these new speeds.
It sounds like a thrilling time for the sport. Rowing must have attracted more spectators as the excitement increased.
Yes, as rowing gained popularity, it's also inspired more athletes to participate. The introduction of lightweight rowing categories was a big draw for younger competitors.
That's a great point. The lightweight category must have encouraged more people to take up the sport, making it more accessible.
Definitely, it helped diversify the rowing community. Plus, advancements in coaching techniques also played a role in developing talent.
Coaching must have become more specialized as the sport evolved. With new techniques and technologies, coaches could better analyze performance.
Exactly. Video analysis and biomechanics became essential tools for coaches, allowing them to provide targeted feedback to their athletes.
That's fascinating. The integration of technology has transformed so many sports. It's amazing to see how far rowing has come.
It really is. The combination of physical skill and technological innovation has raised the standard for athletes. It's a dynamic field.
I wonder how innovations will continue to shape rowing in the future. Will we see even more advancements in techniques or equipment?
It's likely, as sports science evolves, we may see new training methods, materials, and even designs that enhance performance further.
That sounds exciting. It's always thrilling to think about the possibilities for future athletes. They'll benefit from the groundwork laid by pioneers like Hanlon.
Absolutely, the legacy of those innovations will continue to inspire and shape the sport for generations to come.
I can't wait to see how the sport evolves. It's a great reminder of how innovation can enhance not just performance, but the overall experience of sports.
Well said. Rowing is a perfect example of how tradition and innovation can coexist, making the sport richer and more engaging.
Exactly. Here's to the future of rowing and the exciting developments that lie ahead. Lesson 11. Migration to Australia.
Hey Anna, I've been reading about how many British people moved to Australia in the late 19th century. They often did so voluntarily to begin farms or search for gold.
Hello, John. That's an intriguing topic. The gold rush must have attracted a lot of hopeful prospectors. What do you think motivated them to make such a drastic change?
I believe the promise of wealth and opportunity was a significant factor. At that time, Australia was seen as a land of potential, especially with gold discoveries.
Absolutely. The idea of striking it rich must have been enticing for many families. How did this migration impact the Australian economy?
The influx of settlers greatly boosted the economy. Gold mining became a major industry, leading to the establishment of towns and infrastructure.
That's fascinating. With new towns emerging, there must have been a demand for goods and services, creating even more job opportunities.
Exactly. As mining towns grew, so did agriculture. Many settlers also turned to farming to support themselves and supply the growing population.
It's interesting how these two industries complemented each other. Farming would provide stability while gold mining offered immediate wealth.
Right, however, the migration also had complex consequences, particularly for the indigenous populations. Their lands were often taken over for farming and mining.
That's a crucial point. The impact on Indigenous communities is an important aspect of Australia's history that should not be overlooked.
Yes, understanding that history adds depth to our knowledge of Australia today. It's a reminder of how migration can shape societies in various ways.
Definitely. The stories of those early settlers are compelling. Many faced hardships, yet they persevered in the pursuit of a better life.
Absolutely, their resilience and determination are inspiring. Do you think there are parallels to modern migration trends?
Yes, there are. Today, many people migrate in search of better opportunities, whether for work, education, or safety. The motivations remain similar in many ways.
That's a good observation. Like those early settlers, modern migrants often face challenges, but also contribute significantly to their new communities.
Exactly. Each wave of migration brings its own unique culture and skills, enriching the society as a whole. It's a continuous cycle of growth and adaptation.
Well said. It's fascinating to think about how history repeats itself in some ways. Migration has always been a part of human experience.
Yes, and understanding these historical contexts can help us appreciate the diverse backgrounds of people in Australia today.
I completely agree. It's essential to learn from the past as we navigate current issues related to migration and integration.
Absolutely. This discussion has deepened my understanding of the significance of migration in shaping nations and cultures. Lesson 12: Kindness Matters.
Hey Anna, I've been thinking about how unkind behavior can affect children. Sometimes, adults say or do things that make kids very unhappy.
Hello, John. That's an important topic. Children are particularly sensitive to the words and actions of adults, and negativity can have lasting effects.
Exactly. I've noticed that even simple comments can impact a child's self-esteem. Have you ever seen this happen in a school or social setting?
Yes, I have. I remember a situation where a teacher made a dismissive remark about a student's artwork. The child was visibly upset and lost confidence in their creativity.
That's heartbreaking. It shows how crucial it is for adults to be mindful of their words. Positive reinforcement can encourage children to express themselves freely.
Absolutely. Encouragement can make a world of difference. Instead of criticizing, it's often more effective to provide constructive feedback that helps children grow.
Right. I think it's also essential for adults to model kindness. Children learn a lot by observing how adults interact with others.
Exactly. When adults demonstrate empathy and respect, children are more likely to adopt those behaviors themselves. It creates a positive cycle.
Yes, it's fascinating how kindness can ripple through communities. When one person acts kindly, it often inspires others to do the same.
Definitely. I've seen this happen in neighborhoods where community members support each other. It fosters a sense of belonging and security for children.
That's a great point. Feeling secure is vital for a child's development. When they see kindness around them, they feel more confident and supported.
Yes, it's also important for adults to address unkind behavior when it occurs. Ignoring it can lead to a toxic environment, especially for children.
Absolutely. Teaching children how to handle unkindness is just as crucial. They need to learn to stand up for themselves and others in a respectful way.
Yes, and teaching conflict resolution skills can empower children. They should know how to express their feelings and resolve disagreements peacefully.
Well said. That's a valuable life skill. It's fascinating to think about how these lessons shape their future interactions and relationships.
Exactly. By instilling kindness and respect, we can help create a generation that values empathy and understanding.
Yes, it's a hopeful vision. I believe small acts of kindness can lead to significant changes in society over time.
Absolutely. Every act counts. It's important for us to encourage and celebrate kindness, no matter how small it may seem.
I couldn't agree more. Let's keep promoting kindness in our communities and make a conscious effort to uplift those around us.
Yes, let's do that. Together, we can create a more compassionate world for everyone, especially for our children. Lesson 13. Exploring local landmarks.
Hey Anna, I was wondering if there are any interesting landmarks near the park we visited last weekend.
Hello, John. Yes, there are a few notable spots nearby. For instance, there's a playground that's quite popular with families.
That sounds delightful. Playgrounds are great places for children to socialize and enjoy outdoor activities. What else is around?
In addition to the playground, there's a small pond where people often go to feed the ducks. It's a peaceful spot to relax and enjoy nature.
I can imagine. A pond adds such a lovely touch to a park. Do you know if there are any benches for people to sit and enjoy the view?
Yes, there are several benches around the pond. They provide a perfect vantage point for observing the ducks and the surrounding scenery.
That sounds wonderful. It's nice to have places where people can sit and unwind. Are there any walking paths around the park?
Absolutely. There are well-maintained walking paths that wind through the park, making it easy for people to explore all the different areas.
That's fantastic. Walking paths encourage physical activity and can be a great way to enjoy the fresh air. Are there any specific events held in the park?
Yes, the park often hosts community events like outdoor movie nights and seasonal festivals. These gatherings bring people together and create a sense of community.
Those events sound like a lot of fun. It must be a great way for neighbors to get to know each other better. Do you usually attend any of those events?
I try to attend when I can. It's always enjoyable to see families and friends come together for a good time. Plus, there's often live music or local food vendors.
Live music and local food make for a perfect combination. It transforms the park into a lively atmosphere. Do you have a favorite event?
I particularly enjoy the summer festival. There are games for children, food stalls, and even craft booths where local artisans sell their work.
That sounds delightful. Supporting local artisans is so important. It not only boosts the local economy, but also fosters creativity in the community.
Exactly. It's great to see so much talent in one place. Plus, it encourages people to appreciate the arts and crafts that are unique to the area.
Well said. I think it's crucial to celebrate local culture. Are there any historical landmarks nearby as well?
Yes, there's an old gazebo that dates back over a century. It's a beautiful structure and often serves as a backdrop for wedding photos.
That's lovely. Gazebos have such a charming appeal. It must be nice for couples to have such a picturesque location for their special day.
Absolutely. The gazebo adds a romantic touch to the park. It's also a nice spot for community gatherings and concerts.
It sounds like the park really has a lot to offer. I'd love to explore it further, especially during one of those community events.
You should. It's a wonderful way to experience the local culture and meet new people. Plus, there's always something new to discover. Lesson 14. Choosing the right bike.
Hey Anna, I was thinking about our plan to buy new bikes this weekend. That's a good plan.
Hello, John. I agree. It's exciting to choose new bikes. We should also test ride the bikes before deciding which ones to purchase.
Absolutely. Test riding is essential. It will give us a feel for how each bike handles and whether it suits our needs. What type of bike are you considering?
I'm leaning towards a hybrid bike. I want something versatile that can handle both city streets and light trails. How about you?
I'm thinking about a mountain bike. I enjoy riding on rougher terrain and exploring trails, so I want something built for that purpose.
That makes sense. Mountain bikes are great for off-road adventures. Have you done any research on specific models?
Yes, I've looked into a few brands known for their durability and performance. I'm particularly interested in the suspension system, as it can greatly affect comfort.
Good point. A good suspension system can make a huge difference, especially on bumpy trails. Are you looking for any specific features?
I'd like a bike with disc brakes for better stopping power, especially in wet conditions. Safety is a top priority for me.
That's very important. Disc brakes are definitely advantageous for mountain biking. I'm also considering a lightweight frame for easier maneuverability.
Lightweight frames are great for both speed and control. It's interesting how technology has improved bike design over the years.
Yes, advancements in materials and engineering have made bikes more efficient and enjoyable to ride. It's fascinating to see how they evolve.
I agree. And with so many options available, it's helpful to have a clear idea of what we want. Have you thought about your budget?
Yes, I think it's wise to set a budget before we start shopping. Quality bikes can be an investment, but there are also good mid-range options.
Exactly. We should balance quality with affordability. It's important to find a bike that meets our needs without breaking the bank.
Definitely. I also think we should consider the warranty and after-sales service. It's good to have support if we encounter any issues later.
That's a smart approach. A solid warranty can provide peace of mind. I'll make sure to ask about that when we're at the store.
Great idea! And while we're there, we should also check the accessories we might need, like helmets and lights. Safety first.
Absolutely. A good helmet is essential for protection. We should also look into bike locks to keep our bike secure when we're not riding.
Yes, investing in proper locks is crucial, especially in busy areas where theft can be a concern. It's better to be safe than sorry.
Exactly. I'm excited about this shopping trip. It feels good to invest in something that promotes fitness and outdoor activity.
I feel the same way. Riding bikes will open up new opportunities for adventures and exploring our surroundings.
Yes. Plus, it's a great way to enjoy the fresh air and maintain a healthy lifestyle. I can't wait to see what we find.
Me too. Let's make sure to take our time during the test rides and really assess how each bike feels. It's an important decision. Lesson 15, Future Aspirations.
Hey Anna, I've been thinking a lot about my future studies. I'm leaning towards studying business administration.
Hello, John. That sounds like a solid choice. Business administration covers a wide range of topics and can lead to many career opportunities.
Exactly. I believe it will open more doors for me in various fields. Do you have any thoughts on what you might study?
I'm considering pursuing a degree in environmental science. I'm passionate about sustainability and want to contribute to protecting our planet.
That's fantastic. Environmental science is increasingly important. It's great that you want to make a positive impact. What specifically interests you about it?
I'm particularly interested in renewable energy and conservation efforts. I think finding sustainable solutions is crucial for future generations.
Absolutely. With climate change being such a pressing issue, your focus could lead to meaningful advancements. Have you explored any specific programs yet?
Yes, I've researched a few universities that offer strong environmental programs. I'm also looking into internships that could provide practical experience.
That's a smart move. Gaining practical experience while studying can really enhance your understanding and make you more competitive in the job market.
Exactly. I believe hands-on experience is invaluable. It helps bridge the gap between theory and real-world application. What about business administration?
I think it will give me a comprehensive understanding of how organizations operate. From finance to marketing, it's a well-rounded field.
That sounds exciting. Business administration can also equip you with essential leadership skills. Do you have a specific area within business you'd like to focus on?
I'm particularly interested in entrepreneurship. I've always dreamed of starting my own business someday, so learning the fundamentals will be vital.
That's inspiring. Entrepreneurship requires creativity and resilience. Have you thought about what kind of business you want to start?
I have a few ideas. I'm passionate about technology and innovation, so I'd love to create a tech startup that addresses everyday challenges.
That's a great niche. Technology continues to evolve rapidly, and there are always new problems to solve. What inspired you to pursue this path?
My experiences with various tech projects have shown me the potential for innovation. I enjoy problem solving and want to create solutions that improve people's lives.
That's a commendable goal. It's important to have a vision that drives you. Have you considered any specific courses that will help you with your entrepreneurial ambitions?
Yes, I plan to take courses in marketing, finance, and business strategy. Understanding these areas will be crucial when I start my own business.
It sounds like a well-thought-out plan. Networking is also essential. Have you looked into any business clubs or organizations at your prospective schools?
I have. Joining business clubs can provide valuable networking opportunities and allow me to connect with like-minded individuals. It's a great way to learn from others.
Absolutely. Networking can lead to mentorship and collaboration, both of which are beneficial for aspiring entrepreneurs.
I agree. It's exciting to think about all the possibilities ahead. I'm eager to start this journey and see where it leads me.
You should be. With your determination and clear goals, I'm sure you'll achieve great things in your studies and beyond. Lesson 16. Refreshing Summer Drinks.
Hey Anna, with the warm weather approaching, I was thinking we should prepare some refreshing drinks for our next picnic.
Hello, John. That's a great idea. Nothing beats a cold drink on a hot day. What do you have in mind?
I'll pack some lemonade and maybe a fruit punch. Both are perfect for summer and really easy to make.
Lemonade is a classic. Do you have a special recipe, or do you prefer the traditional version?
I usually stick to the traditional recipe, but I like to add fresh mint for a little twist. It adds a refreshing flavor.
Mint sounds delightful. I've also seen recipes that include strawberries or raspberries. They could add a nice sweetness to the lemonade.
That's a fantastic suggestion. Infusing lemonade with berries would give it a beautiful color and extra flavor. We should definitely try that.
Absolutely. And for the fruit punch, do you have a mix of fruits in mind? I think a blend of citrus and tropical fruits would be delicious.
Yes, I was thinking of using oranges, pineapples, and maybe some mango. It would create a vibrant and tasty drink.
That sounds refreshing. You could also add some sparkling water to give it a fizzy kick. It would be perfect for a summer picnic.
Great idea. The bubbles would make it feel festive. I'll make sure to pack some ice too, to keep everything nice and cool.
Ice is essential. It keeps the drinks refreshing, especially when the sun is shining bright. Do you think we should bring any snacks to go with the drinks?
Definitely. I was planning to bring some sandwiches and maybe some fresh fruit. They'll complement our drinks perfectly.
That's a wonderful combination. Fresh fruit will add a healthy touch to our picnic. What kind of sandwiches are you thinking about?
I'm considering classic turkey and cheese sandwiches. They're easy to prepare and always a crowd pleaser.
Sounds delicious. I might make some veggie wraps with hummus and assorted vegetables. They're light and flavorful.
That's a great choice. Veggie wraps will add variety to our picnic. Plus, they're healthy and easy to eat outdoors.
Exactly. And we can't forget about dessert. Do you have any sweet treats in mind?
How about some cookies? They're easy to pack, and everyone loves them. I could bake a batch of chocolate chip cookies.
Chocolate chip cookies are always a hit. I might bring some brownies as well. They're rich and decadent, perfect for a treat.
That sounds wonderful. Our picnic is shaping up to be quite the feast. I can't wait to enjoy it in the sunshine.
Me too. It'll be a great way to relax and enjoy each other's company. Plus, good food always makes for a fun gathering.
Absolutely. Let's make sure to pack everything the night before so we're ready to go in the morning.
Good plan. I'm looking forward to it. It's always nice to spend time outdoors, especially with delicious food and refreshing drinks. Lesson 17, Travel Choices.
Hey Anna, have you ever considered staying in a hostel while traveling? I've heard they are quite popular among backpackers.
Hello, John. Yes, I've heard that hostels are a great choice for budget travelers. They're usually affordable, which is appealing for long trips.
Exactly. Hostels often offer shared accommodations, which can drastically reduce costs. Plus, it's a fantastic way to meet new people from around the world.
That's a big advantage. I love the idea of connecting with fellow travelers. It can lead to shared experiences and even new friendships.
Absolutely. Many hostels organize social events like pub nights or group tour. It makes it easier to bond with others. Have you ever thought about going on a backpacking trip?
I have. I think backpacking allows for spontaneity and adventure. You can explore places at your own pace without a strict itinerary.
That's true. The flexibility is wonderful. You can change your plans based on recommendations from other travelers you meet.
Yes, some of the best travel experiences come from unexpected encounters. Have you backpacked anywhere specific?
I went backpacking through Southeast Asia last year. It was incredible. The hostels there were vibrant, and I met so many interesting people.
That sounds amazing. Southeast Asia is known for its beautiful landscapes and rich cultures. Which countries did you visit?
I traveled to Thailand, Vietnam, and Malaysia. Each country offered something unique, from bustling markets to serene beaches.
I'd love to explore those places. What was your favorite memory from the trip?
One of my favorite moments was watching the sunrise at Angkor Wat in Cambodia. The view was breathtaking, and the atmosphere was magical.
That sounds unforgettable. Witnessing a beautiful sunrise can be such a profound experience. Did you stay in hostels while you were there?
Yes, I did. The hostel in Siem Reap had a rooftop area where we could gather and watch the sunrise together. It was such a communal experience.
I love that. It's wonderful how hostels foster a sense of community. Did you find any challenges while staying in hostels?
A few. Yes, sometimes the shared bathrooms could be a bit inconvenient, especially during peak hours. But overall, the experience outweighed any minor issues.
That's a fair point. It's all part of the adventure, I suppose. Did you find the staff at the hostels helpful?
Definitely. Most staff members were knowledgeable about the area and provided great tips on places to visit and eat. Their recommendations made a big difference.
That's great to hear. Having local insights can enhance your travel experience significantly. Are there specific amenities you look for in a hostel?
I like to see if they offer free Wi-Fi and a communal kitchen. It's nice to prepare your own meals and save some money.
Right. A kitchen can make a big difference, especially for longer stays. It also allows you to try cooking local dishes.
Exactly. I tried cooking with some fellow travelers, which was a fun bonding experience. It's a great way to learn about different cuisines.
That sounds like a wonderful experience. I think staying in hostels can really enrich your travels. It's not just about the destination, but the journey and the people you meet. Lesson 18. Choosing the right appliance.
Hey Anna, I've been thinking about getting a new kitchen appliance. That sounds good, right?
Hello, John. Absolutely. What kind of appliance are you considering?
I'm looking at a compact food processor. I think it would make meal prep much easier. What do you think?
A food processor is a great choice. They're versatile and can save a lot of time. But what about the size? I don't want it to take up too much counter space.
That's a valid concern. I've noticed some models are quite bulky. I'll definitely look for a more compact version that fits my kitchen.
Good idea. It's important to have an appliance that doesn't clutter your workspace. Do you have a specific brand in mind?
I've heard good things about a few brands. Some offer powerful motors in smaller designs. I'll read reviews to narrow it down.
That sounds smart. Reading reviews can help you make an informed decision. Are there any specific features you want in the food processor?
Yes, I'd like one with multiple blades and attachments. It would be great for chopping, slicing, and even making dough.
Those features would add to its versatility. It's nice to have an appliance that can handle different tasks. Have you considered the price range?
I have. I want something that's affordable but still high quality. I'll set a budget before I start shopping.
That's wise. It's easy to get carried away with options, but having a budget can help you focus on what's best for you.
Exactly. I also want to check if there's a warranty. A good warranty can provide peace of mind in case something goes wrong.
That's very important. A warranty indicates that the manufacturer stands behind their product. Have you thought about where you'll buy it?
I'm considering both online stores and local retailers. Online shopping often has a wider selection, but seeing the product in person can also be helpful.
That's a balanced approach. If you go to a store, you can see the size and functionality firsthand. Sometimes it helps to test it out.
Definitely, I think feeling the weight and seeing how easy it is to use can make a big difference. Plus, store staff can provide valuable insights.
Exactly. They might have recommendations based on customer feedback. After all, they know what sells well and why.
That's true. I'll keep that in mind while I shop. I'm excited to find a food processor that fits my needs perfectly.
I'm excited for you too. Once you have it, you'll have to show me what delicious meals you make.
Absolutely. I can't wait to whip up some healthy dishes. It'll be fun to experiment with new recipes.
For sure, cooking can be such a rewarding experience, especially when you share your creations with friends.
Yes, I love hosting dinner parties, and a food processor will definitely help me prepare meals more efficiently.
That sounds like a wonderful plan. Having the right tools makes cooking much more enjoyable. I'm looking forward to tasting your culinary creations. Lesson 19: Sustainable Fashion Choices.
Hey Anna, I've been thinking about refreshing my wardrobe. I want to do it in a more sustainable way.
Hello, John. That's a fantastic approach. Sustainable fashion is becoming increasingly important. It definitely helps reduce waste and supports ethical practices.
Exactly. I've read that fast fashion contributes a lot to environmental issues. I'd like to invest in quality pieces that last longer.
That's a smart decision. Investing in higher quality garments means you won't have to replace them as often, which is better for the planet.
I agree. Plus, it's a great way to get creative with my style. I can mix and match timeless pieces instead of constantly buying new trends.
Absolutely. Timeless pieces can be versatile and can be dressed up or down for different occasions. Do you have any specific items in mind?
I'm looking for a classic pair of jeans and a few neutral-colored tops. Those are staples that can be paired with almost anything.
Good choices. Neutral colors are easy to work with. Have you considered shopping at thrift stores or second-hand shops?
Yes, I have. Thrift shopping is an excellent way to find unique pieces while being sustainable. It's like a treasure hunt.
Exactly. You can discover vintage or one-of-a-kind items that add character to your wardrobe. Plus, it's often more affordable than buying new.
That's true. I love the idea of giving clothes a second life. It feels good to know I'm making a positive impact.
Definitely. Another option is to look for brands that prioritize sustainable materials, like organic cotton or recycled fabrics.
That's a great point. Sustainable brands are becoming more popular, and many offer stylish options. I'd like to support those companies.
Yes, by choosing sustainable brands, you're encouraging them to continue their environmentally friendly practices. Every purchase matters.
I completely agree. I also think it's important to consider how to care for the clothes to extend their lifespan.
Absolutely. Washing clothes in cold water and air drying them can help reduce energy consumption and prevent wear and tear.
Those are great tips. I'll definitely be more mindful of how I care for my clothes. Sustainability is a journey, not just a destination.
Well said. It's about making better choices over time. Have you thought about organizing a clothing swap with friends?
That's a brilliant idea. A clothing swap could be a fun way to refresh our wardrobes without spending money. Plus, it promotes sustainability.
Exactly. It's a great way to share clothes and find new favorites while also reducing waste. I'd love to participate.
Me too. We could gather a group of friends and make it a fun event. We could even include snacks and drinks to make it more enjoyable.
That sounds perfect. It would be a great opportunity to socialize while being environmentally conscious. Let's plan it. Lesson 20: Time Management Tips.
Hey Anna. Oh no, I just realized I have a project due tomorrow, and I haven't started yet. I'll have to hurry then.
Hello, John. Don't worry, you've got time. It's still early in the day. How much work do you have left?
I need to write a report and create a presentation. I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed, to be honest.
That's understandable. When you have a lot to do, it can be stressful. Have you thought about breaking it down into smaller tasks?
That's a good idea. If I divide the work into sections, it might feel more manageable. I'll start with the report first.
Great choice. Writing the report will give you a solid foundation for your presentation. How long do you think it will take?
I think it will take about 2 hours. After that, I can focus on the slides. I hope I can finish everything on time.
I believe you can do it. Just stay focused and minimize distractions. Maybe turn off your phone or find a quiet place to work.
That's a good tip. I'll set a timer for 25 minutes and work without interruptions. Then I can take a short break.
The Pomodoro technique is effective. It helps maintain concentration while allowing for regular breaks. How do you usually prepare for a presentation?
I like to create a clear outline first. It helps me organize my thoughts and ensures I cover all the important points.
That's smart. An outline can also make your presentation more coherent. Do you plan to practice before presenting?
Yes, I usually rehearse a couple of times. It helps me feel more confident and identify any areas that need improvement.
Practicing is key. It can really boost your confidence. You might even want to present in front of a friend for feedback.
That's a great idea. I could ask you to help me practice. Having another person's perspective can be really valuable.
I'd be happy to help. Just let me know when you're ready. We can go over your slides and make sure everything flows well.
Thanks, Anna. I appreciate your support. I feel a bit better knowing I have a plan and someone to help me.
Of course. Remember, it's important to take care of yourself during stressful times. Make sure to eat something and stay hydrated.
Good point. I'll grab a snack and some water while I work. It's easy to forget those things when you're focused.
Yes, but they're essential for maintaining your energy and concentration. You've got this, John. Just take it one step at a time.
Thank you. I'll start with the report now and keep you updated on my progress. I'm feeling more optimistic already.
That's the spirit. I can't wait to see your final presentation. Just remember to breathe and stay positive throughout the process.